Okay, class, this is a general introduction on how to use Blackboard and My Math Lab. And I'm doing this for all of my classes, so even though you see it for one specific course, it's very similar for all. So when you open Blackboard, this is what you would see. A page would come up with announcements. Since the course is really not open yet, there are no announcements, but when you go in, there will always be an announcement, and I usually try to do at least one announcement a week. What's important is here on the left, you would see whatever your course is, and then you see important information. And when you click on the important information, you see it's pretty much always the same general stuff. You see the course goals for that class, an introduction to myself, My Math Lab, how to get on it. Because this class here is an online, I have how to submit the tests. You also see the minimum technology requirements, and this is from RMU. And you see some other things there that are just general from RMU. And this, of course, is in the information, the basic information, and the syllabus will be there also. The next thing, of course, is the announcements, and I'm going down the left-hand side, and there are none here. The next category is discussions, and for all my classes at this point, I am going to do an introduction discussion that I'm going to ask you just to tell me a little bit about yourself. There are other things on here like Student Lounge where you can go if you want to talk to other students in the course. Even though there's general course questions, I would say if you have any specific questions to just email me personally. You can see that on the left, what I do is I go by the dates of the week, and I always start usually on Monday, even though most of my classes start on Tuesday. And I have the week's work in there, so when we click on the very first week here, August 31st, and they're all going to be similar to this, you will see an overview, which is going to basically show you the objectives for the week. In this case, there's some readings, and you can see how these numbers, the 1.1, when you look on yours, will be highlighted. And if you click on those, it will take you in this course to a PowerPoint presentation that explains everything. That isn't available in all my courses, but in some of the courses that will be there. The assignments, all my assignments at this point will be on My Math Lab, and it will tell you here what chapter and what sections they are for the week. And again, they will be on the syllabus also. Next, I have a week 1 folder here, and basically I'm telling what we're going to do in the first couple weeks in this course. In this one, I have a YouTube video attached. I also have some extra, I did the pages, I did a write-up on that, and that is also attached there. So sometimes you will see things like that. In all my courses, I'm going to try to attach videos. And I'm doing this because on an online course, you have to have so many instructional hours. And since it's online and we're not always meeting, in order to meet it, there are videos, and those do count. Videos can be accessed one of two ways. In this case, when I click on videos, I get a second folder. That won't always happen. Sometimes the videos come right up. But in this case, then I would just click on week 1 videos. It's a list here of all the possible videos, so that if you had trouble graphing lines, you could go in, there's a couple videos on that. So you could go down and pick any videos that you might need some extra help in. And these are YouTube videos that are done by someone who's done an excellent job on math videos. The next thing that we have in this one is the assignment. And the assignment 1 here is an introduction. I'm going to ask you questions. I will grade it. I'm only grading it in this case to see if it's done. But you can see there everything is explained as to what you need, when the dates are and everything, so that will be listed. The second thing there is a quiz, and I'm doing this so that in the future when we go to do tests and everything that people can see how to do it. The thing is if you do a quiz on Blackboard, here it basically tells you the time will be set at 30 minutes. Once you start into it, that's when the timer will start. The test will save and submit automatically. You can't change from one device to another. Once you're ready, you're going to hit begin. Now the problem with this is, once you begin, if you stop, it will submit. You only have 30 minutes. So if I open it from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., you have to watch and make sure that you have 30 minutes to do it. And once you're done, you hit submit. Okay? Please make sure that you hit begin to start it, and that when you're done, you hit submit to stop it. Okay. So that's basically on week 1. Now, I'm going into week 2 here just so you can see, and again, you see the overview, so you see a lot of things here that are very similar. You see here again videos. Now this time when you click on videos, they come right up. So like I said, it just kind of depends on how they were put in there, and some of it was because part of this was copied from another professor. Here I have the test on 1 and 2. It basically is a Word document, and a lot of times my tests are done that way, where you have to download it, you have to do the work, and then upload it back. So what I normally do is I put a place, and you can see down here, work for chapter 1 on test on chapter 1 and 2. So when you're done with the test, you would go in here to submit it. It tells you how many points and everything. You can do it from your computer, from the cloud, whatever works. Please make sure you hit submit when done. Also, if you take pictures, please make sure you submit them one at a time. So that's basically what you will see on Blackboard. And again, my in-person classes, I will talk about this the first day, but again, this is for like an online, and it's pretty much all the same. All the assignments will be done through My Math Lab. So when you do the My Math Lab, the first thing you need to do is you need to go to www.mymathlab.com. You will be registering as a student when you click on here. You do need an email address. I have had students that have used personal ones. They request kind of here that you use your college one, but I've seen them use both. You will need my instructor ID, which is on the syllabus. It is my last name, lowercase Carroll, Carroll, and a 5-digit code. You also need to buy an access code. You can buy the access code at the student bookstore. If you buy it there, it's a long code with a lot of letters and numbers. You would have to type it in. Once it accepts it, you still have to enter the course code, which again is my last name, followed by 5 numbers. If you care to buy it through Pearson, you can just buy it here. You need a credit card or you need a PayPal account. They will automatically, once you pay for it, load that code in so you don't have to enter it, but you still have to enter the course code. Again, my last name, lowercase, Carroll, and whatever the 5-digit code is that is on the syllabus, and it all runs together. Now, I can't show you an actual page that you will see, but just to give you an idea, this is what I see. You will get an e-text, and I'm sure that it will be here on the side that's showing you that there's an e-text or something. But you will see the assignments on all my courses. The start date for the assignment is always the day that we will start on that item. And usually what I'll do is I'm going to try, like if we're doing chapters 1 and 2, all the assignments for 1 and 2 will open the day that we start that material. The due date will be the test date. And you can see here, since they would be having a test on September the 10th, they're all due on September 10th. I suggest that you don't wait till the last minute. I suggest that you do them as you go. That's how you learn and work through it. Now, when you go to do the assignment, and I'm just going to pick one here, a lot of times I will have for you videos that you will have to watch before you start. And I did this again because of the fact that sometimes, you know, it's purely online, and therefore that's extra help for you. And if it's one of the courses where we're meeting part-time face-to-face and part-time you're doing the Zoom, it still would help. So here you can see that there are 2. They're normally relatively short videos. 2 to 3 minutes, something like that. Sometimes they're a little longer, it depends on the material. But you need to watch it before you're allowed to start the assignments, and that's the way it works. Now, just to give you an idea when you go into an assignment, you will get an assignment, it will ask you to do something, but what's important is up here the question help. And depending on how hard the question is, the help may differ. Most of them have Help Me Solve It, where they will take you actually through the question and show you step by step how to do it, and then they will generate another one. View an Example, where they'll give you something similar. Take you to the textbook, and again, it does have an e-textbook with it, so they can take you right there. You can print it out if you want, and normally these last two, it's usually Ask the Instructor. If you hit the Ask the Instructor, it will send me an email. Please remember, you may be doing it at 2 a.m. in the morning. I am not up at 2 a.m., so I will answer it whenever I am up and looking at it. So that gives you a little bit of an outline, and like I said, if you ever have any other questions, please email me. And I hope that this helps give you a little bit of information about two of the main things that we will be using during this course.